dashing through the snow in one horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. The bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey! Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Yay! Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining in as everybody follows out. We wanted to wish you guys a very merry and happy Christmas, happy holiday season, and get ready for the fun of Anna and I remaining, because everybody loves when Anna and I stay. Erin wants to stay. Erin's on the fixing of the camera, fixing on the lights, and Justin, if we can get a refocus, that would be awesome. There we go. Now Anna and I look
better unfocused.
We looked better unfocused. I thought we were good focused. So thank you all for joining in and for coming to this little live launch party.
I was gonna say soiree, but
soiree.
It's not really
fancy. And we're soiree. We're soiree
for the holiday season and all the soirees in our future.
We have soirees and debutante balls and all kinds of fun things that are going on, including fun of getting everybody together for the holiday season, which you can see that we came together for the holiday season to wish you guys Merry Christmas, do a little bit of jingle bells, and we know many of you out there are excited to be doing this Advent calendar together. Mm-hmm. So the reason we are gathering, Anna, you want to grab that calendar? There we go.
I think I was standing on it when I was
standing on that calendar. And don't stand on the calendar. Here we are.
Hold on. Let me
right, get the dust off.
Okay.
I had it below us for a little bit. So we have your Advent calendars here. If you have not purchased an Advent calendar yet and still want one, they do ship priority or FedEx. If it fits, it ships, right?
If it fits, it ships. And we test that.
We test that out. So if you do still want an Advent calendar, you have the opportunity to still purchase one. We also have some of the individual kits coming to you as well. However, this is a much better deal to get those all together. We are going to be going throughout the season and doing how many different projects, Anna?
So it's 9 different projects, but some of the projects you can make more than one piece. So you're going to make more than 9 total pieces of jewelry, but it's 9 different projects.
Yeah. And the nice thing about it is as we go through and we figure out exactly what we're doing and how we're going into the holiday season, part of it is getting to learn as you do the Advent calendar. So it's 9 different projects and you get a lot of different skill sets.
You do, yes.
You get a lot.
We steered away from like some very difficult things, but
intense.
Yeah.
It's holiday. It's already intense enough.
You don't need to go chop down trees and make your own beads or anything like that.
But if you do, post pictures in our Facebook group, because that would be awesome. I already challenged Erin. I need to throw some wood beads at him. There they go. I'm going to throw those wood beads at you and challenge you to make something out of them. But I'm getting creative, I know. So if you do go in and you have to make your own beads and cut down a tree, that's fine. But if you don't want to, you can get the Advent calendar. So the way that the Advent calendar is set up is that you get the actual Advent calendar that does hang, that Anna was showing. There's Vanna here.
So here's your Advent calendar, and in each one of these pockets is going to be a little surprise. So it's going to either be beads, or there's a couple days where you have some Easter eggs, where you're still working on your project.
Christmas eggs.
Christmas eggs, yeah.
Make them Christmas eggs instead of Easter eggs when you have them working.
But every day has a little surprise for you.
And when you get the calendar as well, you get this fun little packet. So we don't want to spoil too much of what the actual projects are inside the Advent calendar, because a lot of you, this is the only surprise you may get each year because you bought it for yourself, you do all your own shopping, all that good stuff. So we want you to still be surprised by the Advent calendar. When you get the calendar, you get this little packet. We're going to change our view here quick.
Yeah, so some things can't fit in the Advent calendar itself in the pockets. And so we're going to put things like your tools and supplies, your beading wire, your thread, your needles, that stuff is going to be in this little pocket that goes along with the advent calendar. So these are going to be your supplies for once you've got your beads out of the pockets.
And I'm trying to make Anna and I appear. We had,
Oh.
we still, there we go, we're there, but we had to figure out how we were going to do the quick transformation from everybody on screen to everybody off screen. So let me do this. Oops, not
I
there.
was perfectly fine being off screen.
You're fun being off screen.
But I know.
Change this little view.
In the spirit of the holiday season,
We'll let you be on screen.
I'll share my smiling face with everybody.
All right.
So this, here we have some very good information on the front here. Gives you some information about the projects, but specifically the most important thing when you get this, you know it's the advent calendar, you know our Potomac beads, but you're going to need this QR code down here.
What's a QR code, Anna?
I don't know what QR stands for.
I don't either.
Okay,
What's QR stand for, Aaron? Oh, we stumped. What's QR stand for? Does anybody know?
Google what's a QR code.
We can get everybody to figure that out.
Query
Oh, it doesn't have. It doesn't have a really. It's not. Thanks, Siri.
So that was a big lump of coal.
So if you've gone out to any restaurants or anything during this holiday season or during going into COVID, you probably have used a QR code. The QR code on there is really, really simple. What it does is you get out your phone, you get out your camera,
your phone,
whatever.
You get the camera function on your phone, and you're going to just hover over that QR code.
And then see, at least on an iPhone, it comes up with that. Do you want to open that QR code to PotomacBeads.com? You do want to open that QR code. And you can do this with your computer as well. We have the little bit.ly link there. If you don't have that QR code, don't want to use it. But it is going to take you to this website, which the website, watch this. Ready, Anna? Watch this magic.
We got skills.
Not those skills. Look. Oh, there's where it's going to take you. So it is going to take you to something that looks like the actual advent calendar. So scan that QR code, keep that QR code, or you can actually bookmark this page on your computer. That way you can go back to it every day. Because every day, Jenny put love and effort into making the day great to click on.
Yeah, so each day is going to be related to, of course, the corresponding pocket. So day 1, you're going to open up pocket 1. Click on that pocket.
Click on that pocket, Vanna.
Click on that pocket. And then it's going to show you what the first step is in your first project.
And this looks funky because I expanded it to make it a lot bigger. So that way it would look good on the screen here, a little bit bigger. But you're going to see that all the projects have a video going along with them. That video is going to help you to complete the projects, as well as there's material list of what you have in that project, designers, tips, and then there's always that spoiler alert. There's a big, long area because day 2 is going to be on there as well. So I'm not going to spoil and go down.
We don't want you to accidentally scroll down too far, so we give you plenty of room. So if you accidentally scroll a little bit, you can put the brakes on and
go back.
Yeah.
And you can notice that when you go back here, it actually opens up a different window. So if I want to go to day 1, it opens up a new window for me. It doesn't take me off the Potomac Beads site. It opens up a new window, makes it really, really easy to access. So great to keep that in mind.
Very good job, Jenny. It looks fantastic this year.
And then Anna, as soon as I can get my mouse to cooperate here, let's go back to what is in this bag. So show me what's in the extra little goodie bag, because
so in the goodie bag, you're going to have basically all the items that you're not going to get in the pockets themselves. So here we have some bead stoppers for you. You're going to get a couple bead stoppers. We have this is the dead soft round wire. This is the silver 25 gauge wire.
24,
24. Sorry. 24.
She's adding 25 days. She's already on the calendar.
I'm so excited. I must be really into numerology. And then you've got beading cable here. You have stretch cord here. We also have dragonfire in that size 6, very universal size. needles, of course, and we have this pack of the 10, 11, and 12, so you can use whatever you're comfortable with. And then we also have some chain here for you, which you'll use in an upcoming project.
And keep in mind, so just reading through some quick response. Deanna Sullivan said quick response was QR code. And quick response code, look at that. They're smarter.
Yeah.
You guys are smarter than Syria's.
I feel like I did hear
Know
that
that.
at some point.
And then somebody asked whether or not this QR code, you could still access it after the holiday season. You can totally access it after the holiday season.
For about 11 months.
Yeah, for about 11 months. We know it's busy. Actually, it's still active if you have last year's. You can actually still scan that QR code, and we did make last year's still active as well too. So because
New
we know
QR code for this
new
year?
QR code for this
Okay.
year. So the QR code from last year will take you to last year's advent calendars, and then the QR code for this year will keep you for that. So if you are like, hey, this is a reminder that I never finished my advent calendar from last year, you can go in and you can still access that as well too. So you can go in and be able to put that as well too. This is the second year of the advent calendar. Yes, so this is the 2022 advent calendar. And what Anna and I thought, you've already opened packet 1. If you haven't, you can do so, is we would show you basically examples of what you're getting in your packet and then walk you through all of these little, what do we call it, the extra packet?
Yeah, your tools. Well, so you're not actually getting tools in the sense of pliers, but these are all of your stringing materials, and of course we included the needles here for you, as well as the really little pinchy things.
Yeah, so
Bead stoppers.
Bead stoppers. Anita, if you have not had or bought an advent calendar, you are still going to see the videos throughout the month of December. They will publish. You will see those as well. And our advent customers, or our advent Potomacbeaders, adventees. Our adventees get the opportunity to see them ahead of time, and then they will publish to YouTube after the fact as well too. So the adventees get them a little bit earlier in the day or in the schedule, and then they'll publish later to those as well too. So day number 1, if you opened your packet, you will notice that you have a bunch of 2x2 millimeter crimp tubes and some really cool kind of vintagey check glass in a nice mix to create your
It's always
floating glass
challenging
necklace.
around the holidays to come up with designs and color schemes that aren't too just red and green, because that's what everyone's going to see: red, green, gold. We want all that. So we also try to incorporate things that are more year-round, things that are more going to be winterish. So that's really what we try to do with this. So when you open some of these, you'll see it's not all red and green. So
It is
if you've
not.
been holding off because you're afraid that you don't want a ton of red and green jewelry, never fear.
They are not, never fear, red and green is not here. It is a little bit. If you're like Nathan
little
Buckman
bit,
and you
sure.
hate the Christmas colors together, he hates red and green together. Don't worry, we didn't force too much Christmas on you.
I want to get into that. I want to be like, was Santa mean to you one year?
Gave him coal, all that good
Gave
stuff.
him coal?
Yep, exactly. All right. So what we thought we would do is walk you through a little bit of tips and techniques when it comes to these products and give you a little heads up. So
You got some pliers for me?
I got some pliers. Which one do you want to go through first?
Do you have pliers for you?
We're going to share pliers.
Oh,
I have
okay.
some pliers for me.
Okay.
What pliers do you need?
Well, so you want to talk about the first one here? You want
Yeah.
to just get into
Okay,
some
we'll get
crimping?
into some crimping. So let's pan in a little bit more so you can see us a little bit better here. So let's talk about some crimping. So these are 2x2 millimeter crimps. It comes up in the Facebook group all the time about using crimp pliers, and are crimp pliers great? Are crimp pliers worth it? What is your take on crimp pliers? I don't think I've ever asked you.
I think you've asked me many times.
Have I? I don't remember. I haven't
No.
cared enough to remember.
No, I'm like, I could take him or leave him, but honestly, the crimp pliers, because the crimp plier itself is not adjustable, it does not adjust to whatever crimp you're using. I think the crimp plier works well with whatever brand crimp the crimp plier is. So if you get the same brand for crimp plier and crimp, you're probably fine. But if you're getting other crimps that may not be the same thickness, exact same size, it's not going to work. So I'm just a real big fan of the old tried and true Squish
Wash
it.
it down. All right, so that's
Squish
what I'm.
it, put a crimp cover over it if you want to take it up a notch, but
Exactly. So when it
Anna just
comes
squishing
to crimp tubes, they come in a couple different sizes. You can get 1x1s. They're really tiny. You can get 1.5s, 2, 3. 2x2 is kind of your most well-known size, I would say. Most
2x2
common.
is your most universal because it's going to work with almost anything you need it to. Where your a 2x2 is not going to work for you is if you're going to start doing something like running through multiple strands of beading wire, which isn't very advisable anyway.
Yeah, with the point 0.187 strand here, you can get 6 strands through it actually with the 2x2, but it's not super advisable. So when you have your crimp tube here, the first thing I'm going to show you is how to do a flat crimp. So I just have these needle nose pliers here or chain nose pliers, and what I'm going to do is show you how to do a flat crimp. Now you'll notice I only have 1 strand of wire going through here because that's the start of your project. With the 2x2, you want to, as much as possible, get it so that the wire is in the middle of the 2x2 millimeter crimp. So I have it here. I like to stick it on its end like that. Look where the cord is and then flatten it out based on that. So I can kind of move it at the last minute and see how I got it pretty much centered and not to the top or bottom of the crimp tube. Don't think you have to crimp it all at once. You can get it down like that and then go back in and then give her heck.
Give
Give her heck.
Give her a squish.
Give her a squish and squish that out. That's called a flat crimp. And this is a crimp tube versus a crimp bead, which you're going to see is usually like a little bit more rounded. Then I'm going to stick my bead on, and then I'm going to stick my crimp tube on after it to get that floating effect.
Right, because you're doing like an illusion or a floating effect. This is a technique that you would use to make the project, to make the draping part of the project.
Correct.
And then you have a different technique that you're going to use for finishing and putting the clasp on.
Correct. So this is just to do that single strand through. And the 2x2 crimp beads, they add to the color of it. So you're getting that silver color adding to it. And then I'm going to show you when you have your clasp. So if I have another crimp tube, when I'm getting ready to put my clasp on, this is where that flat crimp is fine too. You're going to take your clasp, say my bead stopper is my clasp, which I was supposed to show how to do a bead stopper. Oh yeah, I could attach it to chain. That's a good idea.
Chain.
Bead stopper, pull back on Mickey's ears there, put it on your wire, your beads don't fall off. Open up, put it on, don't fall off. Open up, don't spring it across the room, and don't try to wrap it and coil it in. Don't try to put it this way. Open, put in, close. If you're using multiple strands, don't put them all in one little spring. Put them in different sides of the spring. And then here's a technique. I like that Anna actually threw me the chain here because this is something that is not going to happen on the calendar, but is a good technique to learn too, is you can actually attach chain to beading wire just like this, putting it through the chain, back through the crimp tube. Do I need to put it back through a bead? Not necessarily, but if you can, it's always a good idea. Push that crimp tube up so that way you can see it, but you don't have it rubbing against your clasp, your chain, anything like that. And then going in here, I try to make sure that...
May I make a suggestion?
Yep, make my suggestion.
So what I like to do when you
Yep.
gotta let go of it, sorry.
It was right in position to crimp. Did I get it out?
So
All
what
right,
I
go
like
ahead.
to do, because if you're doing an illusion, what I would suggest...
Well, I know. Are you going to put a bead right there?
Yeah, I am going to put a bead.
Okay, look at
So
you.
I would put a bead right at the end of my illusion.
This is a little extra because I did not show this on the video. Go
Oh,
ahead.
okay.
Anna's making changes, which is good because then you learn more.
So let's take this little guy here. This is my illusion. So right now I'm just doing that technique where I have a bead here, my little squished little crimp tube to hold him in place so he's not going anywhere.
I like this idea.
And then
I'm glad you stole it from me.
And then I'm gonna pretend this chain is my clasp. I'm gonna
Or
take it
a piece of
through-
chain.
Or a piece of chain, yeah. And you're gonna take it through your ring or your clasp, whatever you want. Oops, I forgot my
Crimp tube.
crimp tube. So, yep. So crimp tube, just like you normally would. Throw on that chain or jump ring, whatever you have. And then I'm going to take my thread or my my beading wire here back through the crimp tube, and at the same time, I'm going to push it through that bead.
Theoretically, you could have also not crimped down that crimp tube and done a double crimp.
Exactly, yeah.
Unnecessary,
Yeah.
but you could do it and then cut
Yeah.
after.
Yeah. So then I'm just going to
Your head's hiding
pull
it.
this. Oh, sorry. I'm just
Okay.
going to, yeah, since I had a little piece of wire here, I use my plier to just grip it and give it a little tug just so I can make the eye or that loop of wire there small enough that it's not going to be distracting, but loose enough that it moves
That chain
freely.
still moves around.
Yeah. And at this point, I'm going to squish it to hold that in place.
And then India asked,
And then cut the extra off.
yeah, and India asked, would it ruin the illusion if you put crimp covers on? You could totally purchase some crimp covers, put them on each one. It'll look like little rounded beads then on each side.
Yeah.
In that case, if you're doing that, I would recommend a little switch. Get the 1 millimeter crimps and then the 3 millimeter crimp covers.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do a little
Because
change.
otherwise you're gonna build this up on the side, so the you're not going to be looking at the glass beads. You're going to be looking at more of the silver beads. It's going to be a little
Change
bit
the
more
look a little
overwhelming.
bit, but totally,
unless that's what you want.
Yep, totally usable. So those are some crimping ideas, suggestions, and some fun things to go along with that. So one of the other useful, so keep in mind, you, with most of these things, are going to have extra. So we're also going to have a fun, like, show us what is the, after the advent calendar in January, I want everybody to show us what is the, what they did with their extras. That's what I want to put out there.
That would be
what you do with your
fantastic.
extra. So that was our 7-strand wire that we were doing. Not to be confused with the elastic or with the actual bending wire. Often this is called a beading wire. It's a beading cable. So make sure you're picking up the right thing when you get ready to do it.
You want that one that's got all the little rope.
Flower.
Looks like a little rope, basically.
That little flower rope. That's what you want. All right. Which one do you want to do next, Anna?
Let's do this guy. Let's do the silver wire. Yeah. So we want to do chain link, correct?
We're doing chain link.
Yeah. So what we're going to do, I have a pair. No, I don't think you have any
You're good.
cutters real quick. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut myself a little link or little piece of wire here. And this is the very beginning of the project, or very beginning of the spool here. So got a little kink at the end there, but that's okay. I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to start by making my one wrapped loop. So on the one end here, I'm going to make a little bend about a right angle there. And then I'm going to take my round nose pliers. And my round nose pliers are going to grip the little arm that's hanging off to the side. So it's the part that I bent. And I have the longer piece here facing down towards the ground. And I'm going to take the little arm here and go over the top jaw of the pliers. And at this point, I'm going to switch, and I'm going to switch these around so then the jaw that my wire is going to be wrapping around is on the bottom. And then continue the rest of the way, so that around the bottom jaw, so that that little arm that was off to the side is now back where it started. And when I pull this off my round nose pliers, you'll see there's just a little loop there now in the wire there.
So that is your eye pin that just got created.
That is my eye pin. So now what I want to do is connect it to something. I've made many.
We're just going to keep connecting to the chain. Will you forget to connect to something?
Yeah, I've made many eye pins where I forget to connect to something. So I'm going to cut myself just a short little piece of chain here. And then using the very last link in the piece of chain that I cut, I'm going to just slide it on to that little arm and pull it through so that it falls into the loop that I created. So it'll hang right out of that little loop. Now what I want to do to connect this and make sure that it's secure is I'm going to take those flat nose pliers and I'm just going to grip onto the eye there, just that little metal loop. And at the very base of that metal loop, I'm going to take the extra wire, which is that little arm, and I'm going to just gradually bend it and twist it around the stick of wire that I still have here that was facing down. And I'm just going to gradually bend around and coil this, making sure that the coils are sitting right next to each other. And you're going to do this 2 or 3 times. Remove your flat nose pliers. And if you need to at this point, you can just kind of wiggle this into place. You want to have the stick of wire here. You want to have like your pin or your stick of wire and the loop sit directly at the top. And then I'm going to take any of that extra and I'm just going to go in here and cut off any extra. Sometimes you have a little bit that sticks out and you can squish that down. So here now I've just done a wrapped loop and I've attached it to the last link of my chain.
Da-da-da.
Now,
All right, ready? So then we're going to stick a
now
bead
I
on.
need a bead.
So you can stick a bead on the other side, same deal.
Oh.
Bend that wire to the opposite side, making that long piece come out straight from your chest. Bead now is parallel with your body. The wire is coming straight out the back so you can see both jaws of your round nose plier. You're coming around the top of the round nose pliers, switching from the top jaw to the bottom jaw, taking that to the back. Don't coil. Don't coil.
Don't coil. This is where you forget to add it to something.
Add it to the chain. Also make sure when you add it to the chain that last piece is actually soldered and not open. Take that there and go in here and coil that down. And that gets you that coiled link look. So you can have extra chain there, extra glass there, extra supplies that you can go in and kind of create. But that's going to put your bead right in the middle of your chain that you can do that too.
Yeah, and you can do the same kind of technique with the head pin. So what you're going to do with the head pin is you're just going to take your bead, stick it on the head pin, and then use the technique that Allie just did to connect it to your chain.
So same thing, you want to go to the end of the chain. You may need this technique, so it's good that Anna mentioned it. And this one is really bent up. Let's see, pin that I just got out here. Putting that down, same thing here, going in, bending it to the side, doing that coiled loop, over the top. Don't wrap it yet. Go in, put it at the end of that chain. Easier said than done. There you go. Pop it in there. You'll hear a little click usually. And then coil away. And now that little piece hangs down from the end of the chain. Or your ear wire, you don't even have to have chain in it. Whatever you want to do, it'll hang down on there as you go in. And then you have the opportunity to have the plain wire and that head pin as well too that you do. All right, I thought for the next thing. So that's kind of how to deal with your wire. Once you get your wire started, go ahead, tuck that end back in, coil that back up. And then we are on to needles.
Ooh, needles and thread.
Needles and thread. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought we're gonna have fun with this.
Okay.
It's the Christmas spirit. Nope, don't open that one. We're gonna
Okay.
keep that because I've got some open.
Okay.
All right. So
Can I open the needles?
I'm sure you can open the needles. I was gonna take them out of my bead tech, but go ahead.
Okay. No, let's take them out
Okay,
of here.
take them out of there. The first challenge is get 2 out of there.
Oh, I think
Are they the same size?
Yeah, but
Because
one's
otherwise our
really-
competition is not going to work.
Hold on.
We're competing.
Okay, these feel right to me.
Here's one. Here's
just
2.
in case. That one
Where
felt
is that? Okay, I can't see it because of our. All right, there
And
it
this
is.
is really handy too if you haven't
Look.
seen this. Look. Boop.
Oh, they didn't
needles-
fall out.
No needles fall
What?
out.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so I have my bigger spool. In your advent calendar, you're going to have your smaller spool. This is 50 meters, so it's a lot of
Quite
thread.
a lot
You
of
will
thread,
not use this all, so it's kind of nice. You get that white size 6. And I always recommend grabbing a thread zap or a thread burner, burn down the end of that thread to make our lives even, to make our competition even. I'm going to burn the end of this one. To
I was
the
not
same thing.
prepared.
I know you're not
what's going
prepared
on.
for this, right? This is just added in. We're just adding it in. Let's bring the camera back. All right. Ready? We're going to do this. You got your pliers?
Yeah.
All right. Where's our needles?
Where's
We're
my
gonna,
thread?
right there's your thread.
Okay.
But guess what? I'm on the other side of the thread.
Okay.
So we're going to do this. What's it called? Stop. No, stop. We're competing. How fast can we thread a needle? Who's going to do it faster? So our pliers are down. Our thread is down. We have our needle down. Needle's down. Pliers down. Needle's invisible. Here, put it right next to your pliers so you know where it is.
Okay.
So you can kind of see it. We're going to do this Lady and the Tramp style. We both have the same cord. So don't pull it too much. We're going to see who can thread a needle faster.
And then
whoever threads the needle faster is the winner.
And then that's it.
And then that's it.
Okay.
This is a lot of build up to thread a needle. So,
I
number
thought we were
one.
gonna have to bead something and meet in the middle.
Okay. That's a lot
I
of
know.
thread. We can do that too.
Okay.
Here, we got beads.
When you said Lady of the Tramp,
Right angle,
I
we're right
was
angle
like,
weaving.
"Oh,
We're right angle weaving.
yes."
We'll right angle weave with these beads and we'll see who gets there faster. All right?
Okay.
But we're going to need more beads
Kept my
because we're going to
mouth
fight
shut.
over beads. You should have kept your
Kept
mouth
my
shut.
mouth
Exactly.
shut.
Now we're doing our beading
Okay.
design challenge. We're going to see who
Okay.
has the longer right angle weave.
I always
Okay.
lose these.
I see you going in there and flattening out your thread. Don't think I don't see you cheating already. All right.
It's a nervous tick.
All right.
Okay.
On your mark. Get set. Go. Oh, I messed up the beads already. Flatten out your thread end. Ready? Go in and thread your needle. I'm shaking.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Got mine threaded.
Yeah,
Whoop.
me too.
All right. Let's see. Right angle weave it. So right angle weave, we're doing 4 beads on at a time. Anna's faster stringing than I am. This is not a
But
bead mat.
I don't
I
know.
used to be so much faster on a bead on a board.
But I don't know how we're gonna do this because you have to.
I'm taking more than the
end.
middle. I'm taking more of the middle. I'm assuming mine's going to be faster than yours. We're going to do it for 30 seconds.
Okay.
We'll see who's the fastest for 30 seconds at doing right angle weave.
Okay.
On not a bead mat. Man, I wish I had my bead on a board. This towel surface is not as fun. All right. Don't mess up your right angle weave, Anna.
Well,
Oh, I know.
well, too late.
Too late. Got my 3 beads in. I'm good to go. How many units do you have?
Shoot.
Oh, yeah, you only went through 1 bead, didn't you? You didn't go the whole way around your right angle. I'm going to get my hands all up in your grill.
Your sweaty hands.
They're not sweaty. They're just damp. They're moist. They're stressed. I really love
Because you're
competition.
nervous.
I love competition and Anna hates it. So this is like feeding into her like
I like competition, but I like it when I know that I can beat
Win.
somebody.
I only like to
And I
compete if I can
just-
win.
And you do videos all day, every day. So I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be left. Oh
All right,
man,
first one to 5 units. I'm at 4.
1, 2, 3. I'm at 4 too, but my needle came out.
Should have had more of a tail, Anna. If your needle comes out, it's because you got more of a tail. All right. 5.
You're at 5.
Nope, not yet. I'm still going with my 5.
Oh.
You holding yours down further? I thought we were going to work in the middle. I thought we were going to come together like star-crossed lovers or 2 Disney dogs.
Don't need to do right angle weave for that.
Okay, ready?
So I'm done with my 5.
Done.
1, 2,
Oh,
3,
we tied.
7. Yeah, we tied.
We tied.
And I
Ba-da-ba-da.
even had my thread come off. So
All right. So we should do a quality check. Did you complete your right angle units?
oh, what do you
Let's see.
mean?
Yeah, yours is tighter than mine.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give Anna the win.
So we
I
finished at the same time.
Yeah.
Mine is tighter. And I have like a, what do you call it? A bogey, a handicap?
A
or
handicap?
whatever.
Why do you have a handicap?
I lost my needle. I had to
That's your own
rethread.
fault. That's not a needle. That's
no,
a
but
flaw.
I have a, what do you call that?
A delay? Game
When
delay?
you screwed up and you still won.
I don't know, but we almost got a bracelet made, so that was pretty good. Yeah, Stacy says she would have stabbed the competitor. I probably should have stabbed you. So here is the thread and needle and how you can thread it fast. And you can see how quickly you can go with your right angle weave when you learn it. Little hint, you're going to become a professional at which stitch? Which stitch are they doing a ton of? Which stitch are they going to be doing a ton of in one of the days?
Oh, peyote?
You're going to be doing a ton of peyote. Which other stitch are they going to become really great at?
Burke stitch?
You'll do some brick stitch. Which one I'm thinking they're doing like for days? Peyote they're doing for days.
Ladder stitch?
Ladder stitch.
Okay.
You're going to be doing a lot of ladder stitch as you get in on that too. The other thing that I like with these bead tech, okay, this is the part of the advent calendar, but look, I can put it in there and then I can put my project into my eyeglass case.
Like, and then I can
And
carry
then,
my
and then I have an ornament. It's fun. It's fine to go. You can have that with that.
Yeah.
So that's
that
your-
is kind of nice though. If you,
You
have
can
like
have
a
like your whole thing in
sharp-
there.
yeah.
Small
Yeah,
bead.
because it's kind
Yeah.
of thick.
Yeah.
Thick enough. Yeah.
You
Cool.
could even get one of those for each little project. So that was your dragon thread that you're working with that you will have.
In case
And
you
then-
missed the focus of that segment, it was dragon thread.
It was dragon thread. And we'll go with needles. So Anna and I both had, I think I had a size 10 needle. I think mine was a 10.
I think it was a 10. It felt like a 10.
Yeah, mine felt like a 10. You start to realize and start to be able to feel the needles the more that you do it. So you get in this needle pack 10s, 11s, and 12s, and you get 2 of each of that. I could theoretically get through the whole advent calendar with 1 needle.
Yes.
Yes, I could get through the whole thing with 1 11 size
yeah.
needle. So you'll have extra needles
Definitely,
too. So
definitely.
you've got extras in there. You're going to have extra thread, extra needle, extra wire, and you will have a ton of extra stretchy string. So we've gone on long enough. We're not going to make you watch us string more things into stretchy strings and bracelets, but we have videos along with that too. Because remember, when you go into your advent calendar and you click on the pocket, like our day number 1, you're getting that beautiful floating glass necklace. And then I can watch this floating glass necklace if I want to and see exactly how the tutorial it is, rather than Anna and I competing and hitting each other and crimping and stealing it. Hey, look, there's me in summer garb. We did these a while ago. Anna and I, way to go, Anna. We got them done ahead of time this year. So we have lots and lots of opportunities for you to learn all of the different ways to create, to design, some color suggestions that Anna has put together.
I would also suggest that you get one for you and your friend.
Ooh, yeah.
And you see how each other's projects come out, or occasionally have a little duel
Bead
like
off.
we just did.
Have a little bead off duel as
Yeah.
you're working with it as well too. So it gives you the opportunity to get a lot of projects. So you're getting 9 projects plus all of these materials that we showed. And when we say 9 projects, it's 9 projects, but you're going to end up with like 16 things.
It's multiple pieces of jewelry, but 9 distinct different projects techniques.
And you'll have the opportunity with those to learn some different techniques. And a lot of this can be used for gift giving. So if you decide like, hey, I have a ton of jewelry or some other things that you may get in the advent calendar, it's a great way to get some of your Christmas gifts out of the way. If you cheat ahead of time and open some projects and start to do some of the other days, just be respectful on social media and maybe hold it a little bit, or just say spoiler but ahead of time, jumped ahead. But you can check out. I know all. So would you, personality wise, would you wait and look each day, or would you have already opened the entire calendar?
I would have waited each day.
You would have waited each day?
Yeah, I mean, it would have been hard, but I feel like it's an advent calendar, so I wouldn't really be doing an advent calendar if I open it every day.
You're committed to the
I'm committed to the experience.
committed to the experience of every day sitting across that.
And it's
part
only
that
a
time.
month-long experience, so I don't have to commit
Not
for
even.
that long.
It's 25 days. It's a 25-day experience, so you don't have to commit to that long. And this is way better for you than chocolate or cheese or wine, although those all sound like delicious advent calendars. These are going to be
I
your
would
way
suggest
to...
if you have a hard time going through the advent calendar and waiting to open your next day, just drink wine as you go. I promise you, the more wine you drink, the less tempted you will be to open the next calendar.
You can
The
just
next
stop.
thing.
You'll just stop where you are. So there's lots of great fun reasons kind of to join us this Advent. We'll be going live a couple of different days randomly to walk you through projects. You'll see some of these projects as well. Don't forget that QR, that quick response code. Got that now. That QR code, quick response code that we are now all educated on, that you'll have the opportunity to learn a lot of those different techniques. And we will put on those days too, if there are subsequent days that have additional materials for your project, and you can kind of arrange them in different color orders if you want to. We put that actually on the little landing page. So that was one of my little artist hits or designer hits. You may want to peek the next 2 days to see if you want to do some of those as well too. So yes, you can totally have multiple calendars, beads, eat some cheese, all kinds of. Mandy, you can buy me whatever advent calendar you want to as you're working with it. And the advent calendars, like we said, it's 9 different projects. We do have, if you're not an advent calendar person and you still want to get the kit, we do have the first project, that floating glass necklace kit, ready to go on your own. But it is basically a third of the price of the advent calendar. So you might as well get all 9 projects and grab some of your advent calendars as well. They're still available. You can get them from our website, and we'll put the link underneath there for the advent calendars when you go in. Also, we will be giving away 1 advent calendar. So we'll be giving away an advent calendar to anybody that comments on this live afterwards. I appreciate you guys being here live. We know a lot of people have to kind of work through the day. So you get all weekend to kind of get your comments in there. And then we're going to have somebody in the warehouse go through and pick the comment winner. So make your comments fun, make them cheery, make them holiday-ish, and get your chance to get a free advent calendar. We will do the drawing live via Facebook Live on Monday, and we'll let everybody know who our winner is that commented on our advent calendar video. So make sure after the fact you go in and comment, and make sure to share this video with others. So I think it is an amazing gift, and it's fun to get as well too. So, Anna, should we sing? We sang to bring them in. What should we do to sign off?
I don't know if it's gonna sound as amazing when it's just the 2 of us singing.
We should do Hark How the Bells. It's really hard. Hark how the bells, sweet summer bells, all seem to sing. We should stop.
Ding
Dong,
dong,
ding dong.
dong.
Were you an alto also? That's
Yeah,
the alto part.
that's what I
That's the
did.
most boring part of that song.
Ding
Ding
dong.
dong, ding dong, dong, ding. So have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. Thanks for joining Anna and most of our team that we could get on camera here. I know where you are, Mike and JT and Nathan, and most of the men hiding around the building that did not appear. They're going to have to do a solo. Nathan, come over here and do a solo for everybody. Thanks for joining in, everyone.
He's holding back some choice words over there.
Yeah.
in comments.
No, he's warming up his vocal cords. He's going to do it later by himself in a debut. So thanks, everybody, for joining in. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we look forward to celebrating Advent and the rest of the projects with you as we progress through the month of December. See you later.